So I'm finally going back to Earth. I've been there before on the PC, Elite Dangerous, after a long grind on that one as well, and I'm finally going to go to Earth on the PS4 as well. I've been working a bit since the last time with the engineers. I got my Cobra's FSD range up quite a bit, and perhaps more importantly, I got a grade 4 upgrade to my Diamondback Explorer as well, so it can now go quite a distance. It did make a lot of difference going from grade 2 to grade 4. Funnily enough, I didn't have the materials for a grade 3 upgrade, but I had a lot of exploration data going back and forth with this ship, and I actually first went there with my Cobra, which gave me even more exploration data. I have gotten her up to grade 5, but I need arsenic to make the grade 5 upgrades. Definitely looking forward to that, and I'm going to go collect some exploration data and drop it off to Felicity Farseer, so I have 2 grade 5 upgraders. And of course, Felicity Farseer is a little bit better when it comes to engines and thrusters as well compared to Elvira Martuk. So it would be nice to have a little bit of engine upgrades on some ships as well. That said, as I said, I'm very happy with this ship right now. I mean, I'll just let you see what it looks like on the exploration map, galaxy map. Look at all these lines. That's what I can reach now with a single jump. I mean, this little menu to the right, navigation menu, it becomes pretty damn long now. That said, of course, it is now fully spec'd for exploration. It's not perfectly spec'd for exploration, but there is a lot in it for that. I'll just give you a quick tour. I've got a mining laser so I can get a little bit of materials, and 2 gimbaled pew-pews. I've got a single heatsink launcher. I'm thinking about getting another one actually, just in case, since there's not a whole lot of them. But I will be able to manufacture heatsinks for it. I've grade A'd a lot of things, but stopped with a D on a few things, just to not lower the jump range on this little thing. And of course I've got all the exploration things I need. Powerful fuel scoop, possibility to repair the ship. I've got the vehicle hangar, so I can go running around on the surface if I want to. I've got a little bit of shield generators just in case. I've even upgraded them a little bit, not much but a little bit. And of course advanced surface scanner and detailed surface scanning, just to make a little bit of money on this, really. And of course planetary approach suit. So it is pretty much primed for some discovery work. And I was actually right when I said that petty officer was what was needed. I looked at the permits after getting petty officer, and I still didn't have a system permit for Sol system. Basically, I guess it's one of those things we keep running into with Elite Dangerous, where you basically just have to log off and log back on, and it updates. Maybe it just takes a little bit of time to drop, but it's there now, and we're going to Sol system. Just in case I get blown up, I will just show you what it's like down there. And I should point out that if you're going to Sol system, this might be a bit of a spoiler. You might be disappointed to see this if you're going there yourself. So, well, why are you watching this video then? But this is the Sol system. There's of course Mighty Star and all the planets, Mercury, etc. And a bunch of stations. Some of these stations are really lovely. It's actually worth visiting them all, and unfortunately for you, I am going to visit them all, just because I haven't been that far when I was there on the PC. There's the asteroid belt that we do have, of course, and all the planets are represented as accurate as we know right now. Of course, planets like Mars has been turned into an Earth-like world. We have fixed that properly. What does surprise me a little bit is that Io is not a landable planet, and there's no population there or anything. There is a station there, Columbus Station, but if we ever do anything like this in our actual solar system, I would expect Io to be one of the planets we actually do land on. There are a few landable planets, like this one, and as you can see there are multiple places to land here as well. And the same goes for these planets here. There are several stations here, so this is a pretty good system actually to... You can make this your home system basically. It's a lot of Federation stations, there's a lot of Federation bases on the planet, so getting to know this place and working up your relationship with people here can be a pretty good idea actually. And as I said, there are a lot of nice stations. All the moons are here, and for those of you that are not up to speed on the whole solar system debate and all the talk about planets, etc., I'm not going to talk about whether they call planets or mini planets or whatever, but we of course have Pluto there, and then you see a lot of other stuff, and that is of course Charon and the other bodies that we think are out there, that astromatics, that gravity measurements and stuff like that tells us should be out there. As far as I remember, when I went to Solar System on the PC, there wasn't this many out there, but I mean they are making changes and additions. They've added planets that NASA have found on our solar system, so it's quite fun to see that. All these planets though, there is one that is permit locked. Even though I have permit for solar system, I'm not allowed to go to this planet. This is a big no-no. But, well, let's go there. I'm probably not going to do the whole video where I go visit every single station, but let's go see some other planets, at least Earth, Mars, and a few more. I'm going to visit them all and visit all the stations before I head out the bubble, but I don't think you want to watch all of that. That would be a rather long transmission. So, let's go in my ridiculously expensive Diamondback Explorer. It is insane how far I can go on the fuel I have now.
Path attached complete. Hard when ready, Commander.
I know an Asp Explorer can go even further. This isn't a huge range, really, but to me that hasn't done a whole lot of it on the PC. And usually just stayed in my Cobra. It is quite impressive range. Oh my god. There it is. Keep forgetting I'm changing ships.
You have exceeded the station exclusion zone. Take care, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
So here we go. And I suppose we'll go to Earth first. Now, most of the things in this game is of course procedurally generated. The game engine that has made that for them keeps doing things, but we can tweak and add stuff manually to it, and Earth is of course one of those planets that's basically handmade. And there's a trophy as well. How nice. So, well, yeah, I mean, we could go through these one by one, but I suppose Earth is the main goal anyway. So let's start off with Earth. I'm not sure if they have the big capital ship still orbiting that permit-locked system, or if it's gone, but there used to be a big capital ship in here. It's the first one I ever saw myself. I had seen videos of the other capital ships, but I hadn't seen anyone myself, really. Of course, sadly, Earth is not a planet you can land on, but there are several stations. And as I said, this is a mighty fine system to actually call your home. There are a lot of stations, and it's just really good. Unregistered comms beacon. Okay. Well, I'm not going to care about that right now. I just want to show you Earth. I guess I'll take a snapshot of it as well, or something. Or maybe not. I can go back here anytime. I'm a little bit curious to see if they've upgraded the textures a bit, because the game engine didn't really handle rendering Earth very well. I suppose it is basically the only actually textured planet, while the others are more randomized. But there it is. Home sweet home. And I can get fairly close to it, so let's see if we can see something familiar. What the hell is that? Let's give it a little bit, shall we? does seem to render a little bit better. It used to flicker pretty badly. I think we're coming up on Saudi Arabia, Middle East here. Supposed to be that, I think, at least. If I'm right, I guess we'll soon come into the dark side. Lights going on, you see here. It's a pretty good render, actually. I guess we won't really see Europe then. It's a bit sad. I'll have to come back here, I suppose. It's always fun to see your own home. Let's go a full lap around it and see where the sun goes up. Oh, look at that capital ship. I guess it's by the moon, isn't it? No, it's by that beacon, isn't it? Congressional streamlining. What the heck is that? I haven't seen this before. Must have missed something. So I suppose this is basically Europe. Well, like I said, I'll take you around, so let's do that. And there you have a sunrise, or sunset, sunrise, sunset. Isn't that a sight, huh? Let's get some distance to the planet again. Look at that wonderful little planet, huh? Fuel lights still on. And there you see that here. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Yeah, that's the map going a bit bonkers. So don't look too closely on this map. It would be cool if they updated this map based on satellite data and stuff, the weather and everything, but given how few actually visit Earth, even though I think it's something everyone wants to do sometime, I suppose it's not really worth changing the whole rendering system and stuff. So let's see that capital ship thingy, shall we? Let's go back to the dark side. What's that? Unknown signal that close to a planet. That's a bit much. Well, I'm not here to look at USS. Let's see if we can go visit that capital ship, in case you haven't seen a capital ship before. Must be some serious speed restrictions here. There's space space stations around here. I'm not very good at checking information before I do stuff, so this unregistered comm speaking and stuff, I don't know what that is. I think I've read something about it on the net, but I'm not too familiar with all this. So let's go check it out. Did the new leadership, capital ship, created? That's a lot of stuff, isn't there? There are a few history beacons here, of course, as well. You can take tourists to this place and read up on a bit of elite history. But let's go say hello to these guys. Check out the moon in general a little bit. I'm not going to care about that unregistered comms beacon. Really, let's go to the light side of the moon. The moon is of course also textured, but in this time of mankind's great escape to space, there are of course stuff on the moon. But you can see what you can actually see if you look up with a powerful telescope. It's basically all there. So let's see here. Congressional streamlining. I think that's just one of those history beacons, but let's check it out. Yeah, it's just one of those beacons. Tourist beacons. And let's see what it says. Federal colonies continue to blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not going to read that right now. Let's just go look at the capital ship.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't think we're allowed to get too close to it though. I think you can. Is it down there now? That close to. I thought it was hovering around the moon. As you can see, this is a bit fun as well, because you can here clearly see that the moon and Earth is quite far away from each other. I mean, that is a scary distance to go through if you go in a little tin shell several days out, Earth getting smaller and smaller, going to the moon that you barely can see. great shots from the moon, but Earth is quite small when viewed from the moon. And they give a pretty good sense of that. Look at that. Sunrise or sunset. It's a sunset, isn't it? Yeah. Sun rises in the east and goes down in the west, doesn't it? Basic knowledge, you should know that. So, in case you haven't seen a capital ship, sadly it's on the dark side, but they are pretty darn big. Sadly, it's in the dark, of course. You're telling me I should back off at least? That's cool. Oh, there are plenty of videos of these though, but they are pretty damn cool. Oh, I think I actually hit it. That's not good. I might be stuck on it. This might be a problem. Okay, Houston, I have a problem. That was a bit scary. Again, thank God they're not shooting at me. They're quite friendly, actually. Well, let's go check out something else. Shall we go to one of the stations? Let's go visit Abraham Lincoln and...
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
visit some of the other planets as well. So where's AL? There's of course Gorbachev as well. Not that strange given how many Russians play this game. That said, it's nothing compared to EVE Online. No, I didn't see it, but I didn't slow down. I was close enough for it to not matter that much. Fairly decent alignment.
Recon Sierra Whiskey Echo. Submit a docking request before attempting to land at this federal station.
So
Authorization
I'll
cleared.
just
Land
quickly
on
dock and
pad
check
16.
the station facilities and then we'll get out again and go see some of our planets. currently, I think it was an alliance controlled faction that has taken control over a Federation system where you need a Federation permit to unlock it. It still requires a Federation permit, but it is alliance control. It's a bit strange. I wonder if Frontier will let it continue like that. If it remains under alliance control. So we're 16, it's pretty close.
Landing gear deployed.
And yes, I know I can check out what's in this station from the outside, just looking at the system map. I wanted to see what it was like inside as well. Some of these stations used to be pretty special.
Landing completed. Ground
Compared
crew have been
to
dispatched.
established stations
Station
before.
facilities are at your disposal,
But
Commander.
of course they upgraded all the stations, so I suppose it's not that special anymore, really. So there's a shipyard here. I don't know if there are some bonuses on these shipyards. There's an orc for the brochure at least. I don't know what these cost normally, so I don't know if they're actually cheaper here. Possibly Beluga liner, a little bit different ship. And orc of course as well. Typical passenger ships if you want to go do that kind of stuff. Not that you need these, you can do it on other ships as well, but if you want the whole luxury kit, I suppose this is a way to go. Only the Imperial Gutamaya liner rival these glorious vessels. It's for a ship called Gutamaya. I haven't seen that before. Maybe something we'll add in the future. Ah, well. Mission board. All fed, I suppose. Mostly fed. So, if you want to continue grinding fed after Petty Officer, this isn't a bad place to drop off exploration data and stuff and become friendly with them, because there is a lot of stations. There's 2 or 3 on most of these landable planets as well, so there is a lot of stuff going on here. I remember one station here that I really liked, and I can't remember which one it was, so... Anyway, Mars is terraformed as I said, so it doesn't look like the Mars we're used to, so let's go take a look at that one as well. And of course, Saturn after that, and quick look at Ico as well.
Ship released. Depart when ready, Commander.
That is my favorite thing. gives us a little bit of time to look at this again. That was a bit of a scare. Jupiter, Saturn a bit far off as well. But of course the real distance is when you get out here to Persephone and the other stuff. 453,000 light seconds away. Now I might not do that in this video. Crikey. I think 300,000 light seconds is as far as I've gone away from the sun before. I've never been to Hutton orbital. Damn, that's a long distance. Well, you sure don't want me to go there while you're watching, I can tell you that. But we can go check Mars, and I think we can cram in a little bit of Saturn as well, and at least something more. All of the planets and stations are quite worth a visit, I think. Earth, our solar system, is a pretty good place, and I forgot to slow down again. I have no idea why I keep doing that, but I keep doing that. It used to be a damn reflex to slow down. So, here's Mars. And a lot of those history navigate beacons, tourist nav beacons. You don't get anything for scanning them, but there are good reasons to do it anyway, because you'll learn a little bit more about the world of Elite Dangerous. What happened since today up until 3303. So let's slow down and look at Mars. That's how Mars looks nowadays. 3303, not as much water as Earth, but it's a lot more habitable than it is today. And you see the lights going off there as the sun fades away. So, not quite as interesting as Earth, but still a pretty nice, interesting sight. And of course, as I said, a lot of history to read here, which you of course can Google as well, but that's not quite the same, I said. So, that's Mars. I think we can manage one more stop on this transmission. Let's go to Io and land on Columbus, I suppose. Jupiter, of course, has rings as well, and you do have a landable stations on these as well. But that's because, of course, because they're not terraformed. Fung's claim. Sharga Reach. Illy Enterprise. That's a lot of pluses. This Mother Gaia Federation. So there's quite a lot of factions here. Mother Gaia is controlling a lot of stuff here. So that and Nationalist, Sol Workers Party, Sol Constitution Party. But you can get friendly with them all without that much problem. I never targeted it, did I? Oh, I should go to Venus as well. But right now, let's go to Io. Which is, of course, if we look at the map again, a bit strangely one of a few small bodies here that you can't land on. There's Titan as well, and sadly Pluto. I wonder why I can't land on Pluto. Oh, okay. But most of these bodies, except for Earth, Mars and Venus, and sadly the Moon, they should have a moon base. Come on. Moon base 66 or something like that. Besides that, most of these planets are landable, and there are several stations on those. So, I mean, if you start counting it, there's a ridiculous amount of places to land on in this system. So this system alone can keep you occupied. I did stay here for a while on the PC, did a lot of missions within the system, just going back and forth. And I almost settled there as well. But of course, it was very little money. I didn't have much money back then, so I wanted more money, so I went off to space again doing community goals. It was right up there when I started doing community goals, I think, that I visited the solar system, so it wasn't very spectacular back then. Or rather, it was quite spectacular compared to regular stations. There were a few a little bit more special stations here. But as I said, it's worth a visit. All of these stations, all of these planets are quite nice. So, go for it. There's of course a whole lot of information about them as well. But you won't find a lot of stuff around those rings, really. I don't think there are any rest sites. There are definitely no conflict zones in this place, really. And I would still say this solar system is still worth a visit. I suppose if we've been in space for this long, they've basically taken everything they can out of those systems. Oops. Fiddling around too much. No worries. Because there's a whole lot of data around this as well, I suppose. There's quite a lot in this solar system. You can get some spectacular screenshots as well. I don't really have the time or interest or luxury to line up today, but if your screens are junky, it's definitely a place that is fun to visit to get some spectacular screenshots. So there's IO, and as they say, rocky world with little or no surface metal content. Worlds like this have lost most of their volatile due to past heating, and any metallic content will form a small central core, blah blah blah. Atmosphere, sulfur dioxide, silicates oxygen. Still 20% metal, but also a bit shiny. It's not a typical cheese planet we see a lot of in this game. I don't know why they put in that many cheese planets, really. I suppose it's sort of nice. Anyway, let's go land on Columbus, and that's gonna be it for this little video. I'm gonna keep on going to see the other planets. I might actually go those 400,000 light years, light seconds, not light years, to that I suppose we want to call them planets, microplanets out there, way past Pluto. Just in case you haven't done so, especially with the agricultural stations, you should go fly around those wing.
You must submit a request before landing.
And just look at the details of these stations. I don't know how good they are on the PS4 really, but it is quite detailed on the PC. Farms and houses and stuff like that. But right now I'm just going to land on this planet.
Authorization clear. Your assigned landing pad is number 04.
Take a little break as well. Before I go visit the other planets.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
Lighting gear deployed.
It was obviously not this station that I found pretty spectacular. I think the station I really liked was one of those with a lot of palm trees and stuff that wasn't very usual back then, but you can find them quite commonly around the universe right
are active and
Oh,
ready
well,
at
station
this
close,
station.
really. Well, never mind. Bit far off.
Landing operation complete. Power down your engines. Good to have you, Commander.
But as I said, if you're mission junkie, if you're riding Federation status, you have so many stations here, so many aliens. Yeah, of course, that's a bad thing as well, basically, but at least you don't get that tired of doing it, because you have a little variety, and every now and then you can stop by Earth and just look at it, and take another screenshot of it. So, why not? It's a pretty good place to get acquainted with and get Malvagaya and these hours up. Malvagaya, Federal Congress, Seoul Constitutional Party, Seoul Nationalists, Seoul Workers' Party. So, well, whatever. That's 5 Fed factions all wanting you to do your part for the Federation. So, what am I going to do next once I've been through this system a little bit more? Well, I'm in my little beautiful ship. So, if we look at this, you can see that we're right between quite a contested area actually. But I'm just going to zoom out, and there we have a bubble basically. It's actually a little bit bigger than this because there are systems that are not too concerned about this whole stuff. And I must say, whenever I zoom out a bit, I wonder a bit what that is down on down there to the right. Those two things are those galaxies close to our galaxy. Because if you turn the map around and look the other way, you don't really see anything. If I do this, there's nothing similar on the top, and there's nothing to the other sides. There are a little bit stuff over there as well. Anyway, what I will be doing is, of course, going away from this bubble. And for anyone saying there's no content in this game, that is the bubble. There's thousands of systems. I think there's about 1,000 systems at least. And that's the human occupied space. Basically, there's of course Jack Station and the new bubble. But look at this game when you zoom out there. There's Maya, of course, where we have found some center of the alien stuff. But there's so much to do in this game. I haven't quite decided if I'm actually going out here exploring the distant space that is quite empty, or if I'm actually going straight in here. Might even actually go to a black hole in the center, but I'll do this just for fun. I won't see a lot when I zoom in, but let's go back to realistic map. This is what it looks like in when you get closer to the center. There's so many stars so tightly together. It's a completely different view when you look up from a planet or when you're just flying around. That little rim you see, that is a Milky Way galaxy that you see in the distance when you're flying around in Elite Dangerous. This is where you will be. I mean, look at the number of stars. Each system is a system you can go to. There are a few permit locked areas that you can't go to. But, I mean, look, just look at it. It is amazing how much there is to go visit. Even if every player in Elite Dangerous start exploring, even if we try to divide the galaxies so we don't go to the same systems, everyone, there's no way in a lifetime that the Elite Dangerous community will go visit all these star systems. And even if we do, they would just barely visit the star systems. We would not have time to scan the planets and other stuff. I mean, just look at it. I could just keep zooming out here. I'm not zooming in and out. I'm just zooming out, and the PS4 is trying to cope with that. I mean, it is amazing the amount of stars there is. And if you can't find a star that no one else has been to, well, just go closer to the center and go a little bit up, go a little bit down, because there is so much there. Of course, that said, if you've been flying around the bubble, you can see that it is quite a distance to the center, and you can only plot 10,000 light years. So it is a rather epic journey to go to Sagittarius A, that is the center. I mean, if you look at what I've visited so far, it's basically right here now. Of course, I've been out there to Maya as well. Quick stop by to get the meta alloys, but that is the distance I've been away from the bubble. And I mean, if I just start moving into the center, I would be doing this for quite some time unless I zoom out. There's a lot of stuff, nice nebulas and stuff to see here. And I mean, at any place I can zoom in and there are thousands of stars. There are areas that are a bit more scary to visit, of course. These areas in between the arms, or whatever you want to call them, are not quite as full of stars. But I mean, there's still a lot of stars here. But you of course have to make sure you can fuel scoop them. But I mean, that is quite a distance to go. Let's do this again. Stop a bubble. That's a bubble. That's a whole bubble. And you know how long it can take to go from one side of it to the other. In a small ship, don't go in a tiny little ship that can't jump. So on the screen we have zoomed out so that we can see the whole bubble. Now let's just go towards the center here. I mean, I can keep on scrolling like this for a long time without reaching the center. So there is a lot for you to explore. I mean, even if you get to the center, there's the whole bad scrolling, and I didn't get more than halfway. And of course, if you get to this place and you still don't think you've seen enough, explored enough, you can go all around it as well. I mean, there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of stars left here. That said, of course, a lot of it will look similar to everything else, but a few things you can do is, of course, let me zoom in here a bit, that you can go up, and as you go up, you will find less stars. I mean, try getting to this star here. That will be a pain. There's not a whole lot of stuff here. Oh, I wonder. Can we see information about that one? No, we can't. Well, now I'm getting interested in actually going there, but the point is there is a lot of things to do in this game. And if you go up or if you go down and look up and down on the galaxy, you get a view that is a little bit similar to this one, but it's not a map, of course, so it will look a lot different, but you're looking a little bit down on it or a little bit up on it. The same thing goes for just getting into these clusters of stars. You get a completely different view, as well as if you go to, I don't know, the nebulas. It is a very different view there. Oh, not really good at using the galaxy map on the PS4, but there's a whole lot of fun in these things. They're definitely worth visiting. But damn, the map is wonky. Let's see if I can zoom up and in on this, just to show you. There are a few systems there. Oh well, go out there, explore. Maximum distance exceeded. So yeah, you will have to plot the course bit by bit, of course, because that is a massive distance. But it is a distance worth going, mostly. Now you can see that I'm scrolling down now to zoom in that you're quite far up. If I zoom out a bit, you can see that I'm zooming in here. So that was a fair distance up from the bubble, not just away from the bubble. Now, what most people do when they go exploring, they just stay on this same plane, basically. They don't go much up or down. They just go in or out or left or right. But as soon as you start moving horizontally and vertically, you will have more fun, and you will see things no one in the game have seen before. And if no one has seen it in the game before, no one has ever seen it at all. you will see things no one in this galaxy, no one on this planet has ever seen before. That is quite remarkable, really. And you can do that over and over again. I mean, if you check on some places where they actually register findings, there are people that have found 60,000 or something like that bodies by themselves and registered them. Oh, that's a bit much. Just going out there and scanning all of that takes time. If you're going to sit by a computer and register that as well, that would be horrible. And that is sadly what you would have to do on the PS4, because all these tools that exist for a PC, none of them exist for a PS4. So that is a problem, I think, because the PS4 is made for elite dangerous explorations, where you can sit like I'm doing comfortably in a sofa and go through stuff, instead of sitting at a desk. So it is a bit sad that they don't have a proper API for the game that works for consoles as well, because that would be really cool and comfortable. That said, of course, on the PS4 as well, there's another problem, and that is with us having to use our PlayStation Network account. So my PlayStation Network account, I mean, I can't even hide it from you when I'm recording. You will know immediately that it's VTuber. Of course, I don't mind using that for my account name on the PS4. My regular name was unfortunately taken, but being forced to be called Commander Sweetuborg in the game is a bit sad. I don't want that. I'd rather be named what I usually have as my name on the PC, etc. It would actually be nice to have the same commander name on the PS4 and the PC, since the accounts are linked anyway. I accept that I can't have the actual same account. That would be even nicer, to switch between the PS4 and the PC and have the exact same account. But we can't have any of that, and we can't even rename our commander. That is quite sad. But anyway, go to Sol System, it's worth the grind, and go explore it yourself. I'm not going to spoil everything in this video. I'm just going